What's cracking, Professor Fernandez? I hear you want us to revise our essays for the final portfolio.
That's right. Revision is the heart of the writing process. It's where the big leaps of improvement are made.
You don't have to tell me. I always do revision.
I'm glad to hear that. Tell me about your revision process.
What I do is go over the paper on the computer screen after I've written it. Anything that has a squiggly red line under it, I correct it.
Oh.
Or I print it out and make a friend go over it and correct my mistakes. That's called peer editing.
That's not exactly the kind of revision I'm talking about.
No?
What you're talking about is proofreading, which is the last step of revision. But there are other, bigger steps that come before proofreading.
Can I make a friend do those steps for me?
No. They involve big choices that only the writer can make.
Like what kind of font to use?
A little bigger. The process of revision moves from big choices down to small ones. Start at the highest level, the level of ideas. What are your big ideas in your essay? Do they need to be developed? Do they need to be changed?
That sounds like a lot of work.
Think about what you might add to the essay. Think about what you might cut.
Oh, I don't want to cut anything. I put a lot of work into this draft, and I don't want to lose any of it.
Cutting can be hard, but it is an important part of revision. Sometimes you need to let go of old ideas to move forward into new, better ideas.
But all that work, all for nothing.
Think of it this way, all that work was necessary to get you to these new, better ideas. It was a stepladder to get you to the next level. But now that you're up on the next level, the reader doesn't need to see the stepladder.
Fine. I guess. Then I proofread, right?
Not yet. Then you want to look at your narrative design. Does it serve your essay well? Or should it be changed?
The narrative design. But if I change that, the whole essay will change.
True. From there, take a look at the major elements of your essay, like the evidence and counter-arguments. How can they be strengthened? Then you can move down to the sentence level, revising your lines for clarity and elegance.
Oh, okay. You mean proofreading?
Not quite. Proofreading is just correcting mistakes. I'm not talking about making sure the subjects and verbs agree. I'm talking about taking sentences apart and rebuilding them into strong, clear sentences. Remember, clarity is king.
Build better sentences. Got it.
The final step is to proofread. Make sure you leave this until last. If you correct spelling and grammar errors early in the process, you will become attached to your sentences, and they will be harder to cut.
So I should start with the big stuff. Ideas, then structure, and then evidence, before moving down to the sentence level. And I shouldn't worry about grammar until the very, very end. Is that right?
Content. Form. Correctness.
It would probably be awesome if I made a note about that, wouldn't it?
You bet.
Content. Form. Correctness. Got it. I just made a note in my brain.
One more thing.
Oh, my God. There's more?
Don't revise on the computer screen. When you do that, it leads to small, safe changes. You have to start with a blank screen and rewrite the essay. You can have a printed copy by your side if you want, but don't try to revise on the screen.
But that is so much work. And I have a Halo marathon tonight.
Real revising is a challenge. But isn't challenging yourself a key to learning? And didn't you come to this liberal arts university to learn, and to become a well-rounded thinker and communicator?
I want to challenge myself at Halo. I want to challenge my enemies in the face with hot death.
That game sounds excellent. Maybe you could write an essay about it. What do you think that game says about who we are as a society?
No, I don't want to do that. Now I've got to go. I was going to make my friend peer edit my papers while I kicked some computer-generated ass, but now I've got to work on my stupid portfolio. Thanks a lot, Professor Jerkface.
My pleasure.